Hey guys, welcome. Today I'm showing you how to make those delicious honey garlic steak bites. This is an easy steak recipe, best served as an appetizer or a main dish. Let's get started. To make this recipe, you need 1.5 to 2 pounds of steak. I'm using New York strip, and I already went ahead and cut up the steak into sizable bites or cubes, just like these. The first thing we're going to do is put together a simple marinade for the steak. I'm adding 3 tablespoons of soy sauce into an empty bowl. I'm also adding 2 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of Worcestershire sauce, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, 1/4 cup of honey, 1/2 teaspoon each of garlic and onion powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, and salt and pepper to taste. I'm using 1/2 teaspoon of salt and 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. I'm mixing everything together very well. Then I'm going to pour all of that flavor-packed marinade onto the steak. Next, toss the steak around. Make sure every single piece is coated in that marinade. Then we're going to let this marinate in the fridge for at least 2 hours to soak in all those delicious flavors. After the steak has marinated for a couple of hours, I'm going to separate it from the marinade, then set it on a plate lined with paper towel to absorb all the liquid because we're going to sear the steak, so we want it to be completely dried. And the excess marinade in the bowl, do not throw it out because we're going to use it later, so just set it aside. I'm patting the steak extra dry with another paper towel, then we're going to start cooking. I'm heating up 2 tablespoons of oil in my cast iron pan over medium heat. As soon as the oil heats up and gets smoky, I'm going to add in the steak bites and make sure you leave enough space in between the steak, that way they sear properly. If you overcrowd your pan, your steak will cook rather than sear, so make sure you do this in 2 or 3 batches. I like my steak medium, so I'm cooking them for about 3 minutes. So I cooked each side for about 45 seconds, then I kept turning them until the 3 minutes was up. Once cooked, take them out of the pan, then repeat the process with the rest of your meat. If you don't like your steak medium, you can cook them a minute or 2 longer, but make sure you don't overcook them, otherwise they'll become very chewy. I'm setting all my cooked steak aside. Then in the same pan, we're going to put together a simple sauce. I'm melting 2 tablespoons of butter, and while the butter is melting, I have another pot heating up. I'm going to pour in the excess marinade from the steak. Then we're going to let this cook and simmer on medium heat for about 5 minutes. Since raw meat has been in there, simmering will get rid of any bacteria. Alright, back to the melting butter. I'm going to add in 4 cloves of minced garlic, then cook the garlic on medium heat for about 30 seconds or until it gets fragrant. Next, we're going to pour in the cooked marinade, stir everything in, then cook for 1 minute. Once the sauce has finished cooking, this part is optional, okay? I'm going to pass the sauce through a strainer because I want a very smooth sauce for the table. Next, all that's left to do is pour the sauce all over the steak, then this is ready to be enjoyed. You can serve this as an appetizer, just bring it to the table and everyone can munch on it with a toothpick, or serve it over mashed potatoes. I served it over some sauteed basil rice. It was really good. I just posted a video on this basil rice. I'll leave a link in the description box. The steak bites came out very tender and juicy. I like my steak medium rare to medium because it's the most juicy and tender. I know some of you don't like your steak this way because I read your comments. You like well done. I don't know why. Why do you want to cook the heck out of your steak? Anyways, this is a piece that I well cooked to show you. It's not as juicy or tender, but it's still very good. If you guys would like to make this recipe, check the description box. I have all the ingredients and measurements there. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon. Bye!